The Tiger staff, fastball is her best pitch.
Starts off with one low in the zone to Macy Bergeron. Elena Hang leading off for Louisiana Tech. The Bulldogs 17-14 on the year, 3-6 in Conference USA action. Hang sets the table, batting .438 to lead the Bulldogs.
She's their everything on offense.
Steps back in now. Count to her 1-1 for Monoselli. Chopper foul, third base side. LSU's infield with Avery Hodge at third, Kylie Edwards at short, Sierra Daniel at second, and Tori Edwards at first base. In the outfield, Charla Renz in left field, Jayla Lassiter in center, and Alex Franklin, who's been on a nice little tear lately, starting as a sophomore in right field.
Alex Franklin, to me, is the surprise of the season so far for the Tigers.
Tough to fill the shoes of Mackenzie Rudity.
But she has been very good in right field. Maybe not as dynamic an outfielder, although she gunned a couple of runners out at home, but her bat, everything that she hits is hard.
2 balls, 2 strikes to the 5'3" sophomore Elena Hang. Waves at this one and fouls it back into the screen. Hang hails from Bossier City and was on the Conference USA All-Freshman team a year ago. Led the team in hits, went .321.
She's leading them in hits this year, too, and leading them with stolen bases.
Coach Tarina comes out and maybe wants to have a quick chat with her backstop, Macy Bergeron, who caught every inning of all 3 games against South Carolina this weekend. Looks like she heard what she wanted to hear. And Hang will come back to the box. Peyton Monoselli threw against the Gamecocks on Friday night, 2 1/3 innings of relief, had a pair of strikeouts, but did not factor in the decision.
Tough ball game. What, 11 innings?
Went 12 innings.
12 innings.
The 2-2
Got her
on the
there.
outside corner, struck her out.
That was a changeup at 59 miles an hour. She'd been throwing everything else at 69, so good change of speed there and got her looking.
Just off the outside. Nice pitch by LSU's senior, Peyton Monoselli. Now Brady Galloway, the freshman, hitting .323, steps to the plate. First pitch to her is inside. LSU run-ruled Texas Tech last year 9-1 at Tiger Park. Tori Edwards and Maddox McKee both went 2 for 3 with RBIs in that win. Monoselli's 1-0 backs her off the plate, 2-0. Tatum Clopton got the complete game win in that one against the Bulldogs. Gave up just 1 run with 5 strikeouts.
Pitching staff is starting to gather some momentum here. Some good outings from different people lately.
Monoselli with the rise ball right down the middle. That one's fouled back. Her first strike.
Galloway is tied with Marchant for 20 runs scored on the team. She has 7 home runs this year.
Standing in the very back of the box against Monoselli. Her 10th pitch put in play off the glove of Tori Edwards at first base. It'll get into shallow right field, and Louisiana Tech has a runner aboard.
I don't know if we can see that again, but I think it went off her foot. I don't know if it touched her glove. Of course, you have younger eyes than me.
I actually think you're right. It might have gone off the front of her shin, and they will call it a hit.
And she didn't pick it up very well. Ball was hit hard. Harder you throw it, the harder it comes off the bat if you make contact.
3 batters hitting over 300 to start the ball game for Louisiana Tech. Allie Furr, the sophomore, at .352 coming to the plate. Furr with a runner on first and only 1 out.
Furr is 5 for 6 in stolen bases, so I'm not sure she's running.
Takes a look at called strike 1. Count now even 1-1. We flew into South Carolina on Thursday of last week and then went to practice. And with no sound in the stadium, and you can hear Macy Bergeron throw a ball down to second base, it's like the seams are rippling. I mean, it is just a forceful throw. She did gun a runner out, caught somebody stealing in the series against the Gamecocks. I think the scout's out on her. Most people are not trying to run on Bergeron.
She had a tremendous year last year. Of course, she's been a mainstay since she walked on this campus behind the plate.
2-1, outside corner, called strike 2.
68 miles an hour on that last pitch. She's kind of hanging 68, 69.
Furr was on the All-Conference USA freshman team last year as well. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the inning now for Monoselli.
Took something off of that pitch at 60 miles an hour. She's able to take some speed off of different pitches, not just a, so it's an off-speed pitch, not necessarily a change-up.
Now the first baseman, Reagan Marchand, takes a look at called strike 1. She's a .250 hitter, has started every game for the Bulldogs this year.
And yes, you little girls out there watching, you still can throw fastballs in this game. It's all about hitting your target and staying ahead.
Marchand is the preseason player of the year in Conference USA, a former South Carolina Gamecock who transferred to Ruston. Huge season last year. 18 home runs for her. Drove in 53. This is an RBI opportunity for sure, but the runner on first base with 2 outs.
Went from Hilton Head, South Carolina to Ruston, Louisiana. No beaches in North Louisiana.
Not that I know of. Though you got the Ouachita River and, you got some good places to pull some fish out.
Yeah, but I don't think these girls are fisher girls. I think they're more beach girls.
Galloway standing off of first base.
Lost her.
So Marchand makes it 2 aboard now. And now Callie Bennett, the left fielder, is due to the plate. And then a single off the leg of Tori Edwards. And a walk here to Marchand has put 2 on with 2 out.
Callie Bennett, up to this point, only has 4 RBIs. So this is an out you definitely need.
Monoselli continuing to start these batters off with strike 1. That's 4 out of 5. Taking all the way was Bennett. Monoselli's 0-1 came in and hit her.
Nope, they're saying it's the bat. She's bringing her back.
The head coach for Louisiana Tech, Josh Taylor, in his 5th season. That did look like it went off the end of the bat. Good catch, Coach. He's working the third base box right now. And
she sold it for a second.
She's behind in the count now, 0-2 with 2 on. Right down the middle.
Good pitch.
3 strikeouts in the inning for Peyton Monoselli of LSU. They strand a pair on. We'll go to the bottom of the first, and the Tigers coming to the plate. You're watching the SEC Network.
Up the middle for a base hit.
Now Sierra Daniel to the plate with a runner on and nobody out. She squares to bunt and pulls it back. Daniel had a nice weekend. Most consistent hitter for LSU this year, batting .337.
Yeah, she's been money, especially defensively. The Bulldogs have only thrown out 5 runners, so let's see if the Tigers.
This one's dropped by Daniel.
Nice bunt.
Fielded by the third baseman Brooks. Couldn't get there quick enough.
Still a weapon in this game.
Daniel with a smile on her face, standing over there by Taylor Pleasance. Yvette, let's take another look.
Well, everybody on this Tiger team can run. And look at this. She's just trying to sacrifice bunt to move the runner to get in scoring position, but your job is also to try and beat out that throw also.
Tori Edwards coming to the plate for LSU, the freshman of the year in the Southeastern Conference last season. Had the game-winning hit in Game 3 against South Carolina. 2 RBI double.
Was it her only hit of the weekend that I read? Wow. It was a good time to have it.
It was. She did not see anything to hit on the first night. She got walked 3 in a row. 2 of them were 4-pitch walks.
Tough to hit when you can't get a pitch to hit.
2 on, nobody out. Upstairs to Edwards, ball 1.
That's her curveball there that misses high.
Edwards is 5 of her last 19, 5 RBIs, 6 walks. Johnson deals the 1-1 right back up the middle. Lassiter turns third. Fielding this is Hang. Her throw won't quite be in time.
Nice throw, though.
RBI single for Tori Edwards, and LSU's on the board, 1-0.
But the Tigers, they can flat run. And that's all Lassiter right there. The ball is played perfectly by Hang in center field. And look at this throw. It's pretty close. Not close enough, but. And the Tigers are off and running here. Three batters, 3 hits.
We mentioned that Louisiana Tech had the preseason player of the year on their roster. They also had the pitcher of the year preseason in Allie Floyd, who is a 4-year starter at Louisiana Tech. We could potentially see her tonight, though. You would expect maybe they're saving her for the conference weekend games.
Yeah, I think we've seen Floyd here.
She's played 4 games against LSU in her career and is 0-2 against them. Johnson throwing tonight. Facing Alex Franklin for the first time. 265 hitter. This one's on the outside part of the plate. Franklin has hits in 5 of 7 games in SEC play. Had a home run against Texas A&M last Sunday. 2 in scoring position. This one's on the ground. Should be playable for Bafuto. She'll throw home, and sliding under the tag for the Tigers is Franklin.
And that's, I say it every time I broadcast. You want to hit the ball to the right side with a runner at third to score the run.
Sierra Daniel underneath that tag. So the first 2 batters of the game have come around to score. Lassiter and Daniel, now Kylie Edwards.
First and third.
Louisiana Tech still looking for their first out. That pitch came with a grunt from Lainey Johnson. Put a little extra oomph on it, and it's outside for ball 1.
Good looking pitch, but she missed there. I don't know if they're nibbling there.
Edwards was red hot at South Carolina. Had a 3 of 6 performance in game 1 with a career high 4 RBIs.
Oh, Edwards recently has been very impressive for the Tigers. Makes all the plays at shortstop, and her stick is heating up.
She raised her batting average 25 points over the weekend.
Sheesh.
And more importantly, led the team to a series victory. Had to have it.
I'd say that, unquestionably, that was a huge win for the Tigers.
2-0 inside, and now Edwards has a hitter's count for sure. Not seeing any action yet in the bullpen for Louisiana Tech, but LSU dangerously close to busting this one open. Edwards standing off of third. Alex Franklin on first. Ball low, and she walked her on 4 pitches.
Johnson not real happy. I think some of those pitches are borderline strikes, but.
So now with the bases loaded, Char Lorenz is due up. Still nobody out in the inning.
And Blue's going to go out there and break it up and say, play ball.
Lorenz is a 5'5" redshirt sophomore out of Munster, Indiana. Previously played with the Louisville Cardinals.
Recruited by assistant coach Bryce Neal.
She has reached base safely in 17 straight games. Ducks on the pond here with a 2-0 lead. That's 5 pitches in a row out of the zone for Lainey Johnson.
Just kind of lost the zone right now.
Lorenz on the year hitting .273. She has 13 runs driven in. Won't swing on it there, and again, that one finishes out of the zone, elevated for ball 2.
Yeah, a couple of those pitches are not close. Johnson needs to make small adjustments. If she's missing, just like a ball off.
Swinging on the outside part of the plate. That one's back over our camera operator, first base side. LSU has outscored their opponents this year 90-41 in the first 3 innings. And the Tigers are 16-2 when scoring first.
So important to get a fast start.
Count now 2 balls and a strike to Lorenz.
Should be a goal every game to score in the first inning, be the first team to score. I'm sure it is for the Tigers. Yeah, we got action in the Tech bullpen.
Johnson toes the rubber, ready to work. A Tiger at every base. This one's in the air to left field.
The Park will hold it, but it'll be a run scored.
Edwards tagging from third. The other 2 runners will hold. It's 3-0 LSU. 14th run driven in on the year by Char Lorenz.
Okay, every Tiger that's come up has had a positive at bat. It's an out, but it's an RBI.
Fending off the sun out there.
And it is tough at this time of the day, although it would be tougher if it was a line drive at her.
Now the 7-hole hitter, Macy Bergeron. First pitch to her is called strike 1, and that's a good sign for Lainey Johnson in the circle. Bergeron steps in for the Tigers. She's 2 of her last 14, but has driven in 3. This one's popped up on the infield.
That's the first not positive bat.
So Bergeron retired with an infield fly. Destiny Harris due up to the plate.
Destiny Harris got some playing time last weekend also, didn't she?
She had a 2-for-2 game, scored a pair of runs, helped factor in the LSU win.
She doesn't have a ton of playing time, but she has been effective when she's gotten it.
Johnson looks like she's settling in a little bit. That one finishes low in the zone, though, for ball 1.
Yeah, it's just another level of everybody being on the, being as good as you.
They'll say that she committed. That one pops out of the mid of Reese Torres behind the plate. Count now 1-1. Destiny Harris played in all 3 USC games. Went 2-for-2 on Saturday with a pair of runs scored.
This is in South Carolina. Was that the DP?
I think she had started DP and maybe came in as a pinch runner or pinch hitter.
She might be solidifying herself in the DP role if she keeps swinging the stick like that.
All over that one. Got the best part of the barrel on it, and coming to score is Franklin.
And we might have a change here.
4 runs on 4 hits for the LSU Tigers. And only getting 2 outs here into the first frame is Lainey Johnson. For Louisiana Tech, Ruby Fidge is due into the game. New arm in the game is number 7 for Louisiana Tech, Ruby Fidge, a junior from Australia. Avery Hodge due to the plate with 2 outs. First pitch swinging. Pulls it to the second baseman who throws to first base. 1 pitch, and Fidge gets out of the jam. LSU strands 2 but scores 4 in the bottom of the first. We'll be back with more at Tiger Park on the other side of this break. Inning, LSU leading Louisiana Tech 4-0. Up to the plate, the 6-hole hitter, Reese Torres, the catcher, and she looks at called strike 1. Torres from Great Falls, Virginia, is a redshirt junior. They got a lot of really nice batting averages up and down the lineup at Louisiana Tech. You got to applaud the job that Josh Taylor has done in his 5th season. Torres hitting .338. She's 2nd in doubles on the team. Can't catch up with the heat from Monoselli, and she's behind in the count 1-2.
Yeah, threw that right past her. Just as I said, upper 60s, almost 70, which they have clocked her at 70 here. It's just crazy, Garrett. Nobody threw 70. Now there's kids all over the place throwing 70.
The delayed ring up by Brian Soleil, and it's the 2nd punch out of the game, 3rd strikeout overall. Whew.
Yeah, no question, that's a strike. Right over the plate.
Flores, left-handed hitter, up to the plate. The sophomore hitting .267.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little teaser here. How can you tell that Monoselli is maybe an older player on the team?
Oh, I know. Here's the 1-0. fouled, third base side. You can see her face?
Very good, Gary. We must have had this conversation
she doesn't
already.
have a headgear on.
We must have had this conversation. Or you just know your softball.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, somebody texted me the other day and said, do they all wear them? I said, you can always tell who's older. They didn't grow up wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably from here on in, you'll see every course, you could be 85 and still playing college athletics these days.
That's true. If the NIL money's there. Okay, we're being silly.
Yeah. But 7 schools in 7 years, come on.
Monoselli rears back and blows the rise ball by her. That's 5 strikeouts in the game now.
Yeah, she's settled down. She was kind of too many pitches, too many unusable pitches before, but she's worked ahead, and then she gets the benefit of that big rise ball that's exploding out of the zone and gets the hitter to swing at a ball out of the zone. That's the key. You got to work ahead. I'm like a broken record.
Now Aaliyah Brooks comes to the plate, another lefty bat. First pitch to her is called strike 1. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's now 3 in a row after they got Callie Bennett swinging to end the first. Inside. Brooks chooses not to wear that one, and the freshman from Cheyenne, Wyoming. Even in the count now, 1-1.
Yeah, an interesting roster. They got one from Quebec. They got an Australian. They got Wyoming kid.
Brooks out of Wyoming was 3 times All-State in softball, 1 time All-State in volleyball.
Conversations on the bus must be fun.
Oh, absolutely. Peyton Monoselli, 1 pitch from striking out the side. Jams her inside, and this one's fouled back. Monoselli is 2-1 on the year for the Tigers. Her wins came against Nevada. That was in the opener, 7 innings pitched. Also got a win against Memphis, where she struck out 9. This one's down the line, but going foul. Right field side. Brooks battling up there.
I think Monoselli will get that next pitch out of the zone.
We knew that LSU's defense was going to be good from the very first press conference in the preseason. Beth Torina showed up on Media Day wearing a Sierra Briggs Golden Glove t-shirt. She said, I'm excited about this defense.
That's pretty cool.
This is fouled back into the screen. The Tigers have delivered. They just turned their 19th double play last weekend against South Carolina. That's good for top 7 in the country.
Yeah, that's another incredible stat from the old days. You just didn't see double plays being turned.
LSU has gone 3 conference games in a row without committing an error. Here's the 1-2 to Brooks. Struck out the side. Peyton Monoselli dealing here at Tiger Park. And
feeling it tonight.
We're going to the bottom of the second. Jayla Lassiter leading off the bottom of the second inning for the LSU Tigers, who lead 4-0 over Louisiana Tech. First pitch to Lassiter is outside from Ruby Fidge, who came in and threw 1 pitch to get out of a jam. Lassiter has started 190 games in a row, dating back to her days at Ole Miss. A .310 career hitter.
Pitcher is from Adelaide, Australia.
Fidge spent her first 2 seasons at Orange Coast College before transferring to Russ.
Second tier of the terrace out there. I still call it the berm, but they call it the terrace. Single digit, didn't put up a crooked number, but nonetheless, what a blast.
Drove that one a long way. Now has 200 career hits in 4 years. Gets the high five from Coach Sandra Moten and puts LSU up by a 5 spot. Lassiter now 2 for 2 in the ball game. Sierra Daniel, who dropped a bunt single and scored a run in the first, looks at called strike 1. Sierra's been a starter since day 1 back in 2024 as a freshman. This gets away from Fidge, and she might be a little rattled, or maybe just came off the rubber funny.
Kind of shaking her arm.
Daniel last year hit .381 as a sophomore, 32 runs scored, had a .460 on-base percentage.
Ooh, that's a nice looking changeup or on the inside corner, but it wasn't a strike.
Came in at the belt, but a little off the plate. See if Fidge can fine-tune that a little bit.
I wonder if she said crikey when that ball went out of the park.
Amongst other things, the 2-1 on the ground. Buffeteau over to first in time for out number 1.
Hard hit ball again, though, from Daniel. She does not get cheated.
Here's another home run threat. Tori Edwards due to the plate.
Kind of offense that the Tigers will need this weekend when that prolific scoring machine of the Oklahoma Sooners comes to Baton Rouge.
LSU will play Friday through Sunday against Hall of Famer Patty Gasso's team.
And say those times again, Garrett. They're a little different.
6 o'clock on Friday night, and then 11 a.m. Saturday, 11 a.m. Sunday. And the 11 a.m. tip, our first pitch, is due to the big concert in Tiger Stadium. Tickets still available for Zach Bryan. That'll help all the traffic from the sports peter out. Here's one, a rocket shot into the left center field gap. It clears the wall.
Almost look awfully big to the Tigers right now.
You never want to let Tori Edwards get full extension. And that ball it looked to be a little bit lower, and she just powered it out of here.
One of the strongest athletes on this campus. It's like a good rise, but low rise ball, just taking off.
Fidge had only given up 3 home runs on the season before coming in 18 innings pitched. Tigers scored 4 in the first, now 2 in the second. Alex Franklin due to the plate. She reached on a fielder's choice, had an RBI and a run scored. That ball dropped off the table. A little bit low of the zone for ball 1, but she's shown she can move the ball around with ease, does Fidge. Franklin won't offer on that.
Drop ball off the plate at 58 miles an hour, so it's got to move through the zone at that speed.
Bulldogs are facing their third SEC opponent this spring. They've already tackled Texas A&M and Ole Miss. The 2-0 is outside and high. The Aggies run-ruled Tech 9-1 in College Station. Ole Miss won 5-1 in Oxford last week.
Louisiana Tech not scared of scheduling SEC teams. Of course, we have a plentiful amount of good Louisiana collegiate softball teams. And
Franklin will draw the walk.
Aussie might not be long for the night.
Second walk given up in the game, though that's the first by Fidge. New pitcher in the ballgame for Louisiana Tech, Brianna Campos out of San Antonio, Texas. She's a freshman left-hander for Louisiana Tech.
Best pitch will be her curveball.
This one sent a mile high into left field. There's no doubt about it.
This is a barrage.
Kylie Edwards with her second home run in 4 comes through.
You said it, and she did it. You can tell you have young children.
Absolutely. That's the 9th home run given up this year by Campos. We'll see if she can settle in now.
How many we have? 3 or 4 in this game so far for the Tigers.
3 in the inning.
That's true. Bombs away. Tigers are being very aggressive. Not looking at too many good strikes there.
For Edwards, her 3rd home run of the season.
She has been a great addition to this team. Says that her teammates will be in her wedding one day. That's pretty cool.
Gotta love that. I mean, when you can have anybody come over from Mississippi State where they were a starter at shortstop the entire year for them, you're getting such a veteran in SEC play.
And you get her another year.
She was an All-South Region team member a year ago. Now at the plate for the Tigers, Char Lorenz, who had an RBI on a sac fly in the first.
Tigers have now put up 4 runs in each inning, and they already are in a run rule situation. 7 hits, 8 runs. Gotta love that.
Got some celebrities in the house tonight. You said you saw Dee Bro a
I
little bit
did.
earlier?
I saw a little glimpse of her.
This one's on the ground, third base side to Brooks. Over to first, pulls her off the bag. Headed for second base is Lorenz. There will be no throw, and LSU, with one out, has another runner in scoring position.
At this point, the Bulldogs are a little bit overmatched. They are a pretty good fielding team. They came in with a 971 clip. 24 errors, now make that 25. Not a horrible fielding percentage.
We'll see if Macy Bergeron can join the hit parade here against Campos. She popped up to the second baseman in her first at bat. Breaking ball. So we saw the Hall of Famer Dee Bro, LSU Director of Athletics Verge Osbury in the house, and it's a good night to show up. LSU's offense is humming. 8 runs on 7 hits.
I tell you what, ever since Verge Osbury has been named AD, you see him at every athletic function. Kudos to Verge.
This one, foul territory, heading towards LSU's dugout, and the catch is made by Marchand.
You don't see that too often from athletic directors.
Well, they're busy. They're the money guys and money ladies. So now 2 outs in the inning. LSU will bring Destiny Harris to the plate. She blasted an RBI double in her last at bat. First pitch swinging. This one's back over the grandstand at Tiger Park. Hard to believe, now in its 17th season of service. I remember when it was brand new.
Me too.
I know you do.
You look at pictures of those palm trees, they're like just like some little baby trees out there.
Harris facing the left-hander off the glove of Brooks.
That's a shot.
They recover and get her at first base. Destiny Harris might have thought that ball was headed for the outfield and made the big turn to first. Top of the third inning, LSU with an 8-0 advantage. Peyton Monoselli dealing to Gina Bafuto, the senior from Bossier City. First pitch to her is ball 1. Monoselli is one of 15 newcomers to LSU this season. That's a program record.
Yep. Most transfers in Beth Tarina history.
Outside corner.
And smallest roster in quite some time.
Just 23 Tigers on the roster.
That sounds like so many to me still. 2 teams, 13 players I took to the World Series.
13.
13. I said my rosary every night.
This one's fouled back into the screen. I'm wondering, you never brought in a roster with 15 new players in a year.
No.
But when you brought in a bigger roster, were you ever afraid of the culture changing in the wrong way or just not being in control?
Absolutely.
And how did you ward that off?
A lot of bonding, a lot of, team ownership. Got to have some leaders on that team if you're going to bring in that many. People have to understand their roles. Easier said than done. That's why I like small rosters. Everybody's happy.
Monoselli. Wow, she has struck out 5 in a row.
Again, she's working ahead, and that rise ball is so far out of the zone, but the hitters are so fooled. And, of course, they're going crazy in the stands for a $10 T-shirt that's thrown on strikeouts. We think it was gold coming from the roof.
Monoselli has retired 5 in a row, all via strikeout. Fields this on a hop over to first base, make it 6 in a row. She has retired 7 via strikeout tonight. Great job by Peyton Monoselli, and she has quickly racked up 2 outs. Now Galloway, who has the only hit in the ballgame tonight for Louisiana Tech due to the plate.
Monoselli needs to back off, but the umpire kind of saved her there. He's having a hard time reading the pitch call or waiting for it.
There's a home run hack by Galloway, but she's behind.
Called a game last weekend in Lafayette, and there were so many issues with their devices. Like somebody probably lost their scholarship because they didn't change the batteries the night before.
This one's in the air, should be playable for Lorenz. She'll make the catch. And that's 3 quick outs. 7 strikeouts in the ball game for Peyton Monoselli. And we'll head to the bottom of the third. Tigers coming to the plate with 8-9-1 due up, looking to add to their 8-0 lead. Pinch hitter to start things off for the Tigers, Ciela Pickett will get her first at-bat of the game in position of Avery Hodge, the third baseman. Pickett was a factor in the South Carolina series, Game 1. Pickett had a at-bat or two. She's facing Brianna Campos, the second reliever in the game for Louisiana Tech. LSU with 8 runs on 7 hits. Louisiana Tech just 1 hit in the ball game to this point. Pickett has now played in 12 games with 5 starts. She's hitting .316.
I was going to say, she's been impressive when she's been given a chance. Some good-looking young talent. Just might have to wait their turn.
She's a 5'8" freshman out of Mentone, California. This one's in the air, center field, coming over, and making the catch is Hang. That one had some carry to it, but the park will hold it.
And that ball hung for Hang.
Lassiter coming to the plate for the 3rd time in as many innings. She has singled and scored a run and hit a home run over the left field wall. Campos' delivery, waits on it, sends it on a line, and a diving catch made in center field by Hang. Great job by the center fielder for Louisiana Tech.
And Lassiter was applauding out.
To applaud your counterpart in the game.
That was cute.
Now Sierra Daniel takes one down low for ball 1.
And Lassiter has just blistered the ball.
Hang earned the Rawlings Gold Glove as the top left fielder in the nation last season, now patrolling center field for the Bulldogs.
She did. That award usually goes to a Tiger. Kudos, young lady.
Whether it's Sierra Briggs winning a pair or
The Andrews
the
girls.
Andrews sisters. Here's another chance for her. Hang comes in and makes all 3 outs in the inning. How about that? Nice little web gem for Louisiana Tech's star center fielder, just a sophomore. LSU goes 1-2-3 for the first time. Top of the 4th, Bulldogs coming to the plate, trailing. Definitely some players on this Louisiana Tech roster that LSU's freshman arm knows.
Her neck of the woods, right?
Yep, Quitman, Louisiana. Deal has appeared in 4 games and started the Nichols game in Thibodaux 2 weeks ago. Pitched 4 innings, struck out 3, got her first win against the Colonels. Allie Furr facing her now up 2-0.
LSU didn't have a left-handed pitcher since 98 or whatever when
About
it
when the
started
program
again.
started.
And now they have 2 in the lineup.
Jaden Heavner, of course, the other. Here's the 2-0. On the ground, playable to Edwards.
Yep.
And that's an infield single for Allie Furr.
Put it in your pocket. Lefties pounding the ball into the ground. It's a base hit all day long.
So the 3-hole hitter, Furr, is aboard. Reagan Marchant, who drew a walk, comes to the plate now for Louisiana Tech, trailing 8-0.
Edwards showing her maturity and putting that ball in her back pocket. Here's a tailor-made double play.
The 20th of the year for LSU. How about Callie Deal? Kept that one where they couldn't drive it, and Kylie Edwards turns the double play.
That's a pretty double play. It's about as tailor-made as you can make it. Look at that.
Now 2 outs in the inning.
She's fun to watch.
Callie Deal will pitch to Callie Bennett, the freshman outfielder from Huntington Beach, California.
Put your thumb on the shortstop. Don't look at the face and say, is that a guy or a girl playing shortstop? That's what she looked like.
We've had some great shortstops come through LSU over the last 25 years.
Absolutely. Got one coaching first base. Inspector Gadget. That girl had more arm angles than I think any player I've ever seen.
Bennett, also a freshman, hitting .277 on the year. Runs up the box, attempts at this one, but can't slap it into play. Bennett struck out to end the first. Peyton Monoselli, your starter for the Tigers, pitched 3 shutout innings, struck out 7, and she is in line for the win. The 2-1. Just got a piece of the zone. Count evens, 2-2. Deal actually got in and threw 3 innings of relief in SEC play against Texas A&M in Game 1. Only gave up 1 hit with 2 Ks. Off speed, outside corner.
Just missed.
Just missed.
Milam plays shortstop for baseball, right?
Correct.
Monster Milam and Energizer Edwards.
At short, Callie Deal blows one by her first strikeout of the ball game, and only needs 9 pitches. Bottom of the 4th, LSU with an 8-0 lead, and the Tigers' first baseman, Tori Edwards, due to the plate, facing Brianna Campos. Tori is 2 for 2 with a home run and a pair of RBIs to start the ball game against the Bulldogs. Campos has thrown 17 pitches and got the Tigers 1-2-3 back in the 3rd. Edwards trying to get on base here. Count evens to her, 1 ball, 1 strike. Last year, Tori had a season for the record books. Highest slugging percentage, .802. Tied the program record with 18 homers and 73 RBIs as a freshman. I believe that was 2 or 3 off the single season record set by Jaquish. Sky's the limit for a player like her.
Oh, yeah.
Would love to see her stay hot going into this Oklahoma series where so many eyes around the nation will be on Tiger Park. The 2-1.
Oh, that was a nice changeup. Didn't call it for a strike, but certainly had Edwards fooled.
It is a double bill with Louisiana Tech tonight. The Tiger baseball team also hosting the Bulldogs at Alec Box. Here's Campos with the 3-1, and she walked her. Good eye at the plate for Edwards. Tori draws her team-leading 24th walk of the year.
Trying to be really careful with Edwards. Kind of nibbling at the plate.
LSU going with a pinch hitter here. Number 10, Riley Johnson, the freshman, getting an at-bat.
It's another good-looking young player that's just biding her time. Beth Torina says she is going to be a really good Tiger for in the future. She's got some seniors ahead of her.
Riley Johnson pinch hitting for Alex Franklin. Johnson's a 5'6" freshman from Virginia. On the season, 3 hits and 20 at-bats, batting .150, a chance for maybe a little raise in the batting average here with a runner on first.
Good eye. You know, with all the balls that went over the fence, Tiger eyes have to be like humongous. Just want to get up there and hit one themselves.
Johnson at the 1-1. Inside-out swing. Going back at third is Brooks. Foul territory, and no one can catch up with it.
Good chase. But just out of reach.
Johnson's first start came on the road at number 1 Tennessee in Knoxville. Her first home run. Drove that one out of the park there on the Big Orange. Behind in the count here, 1-2, but the lefty is battling against Brianna Campos. Waits on this one. It's up the middle.
Could be
2. Buffeto over to first. Not in time. So Johnson will reach on a fielder's choice. And Kylie Edwards is due up. Could not get the throw over in time. Now we'll see another pinch hitter as Grady Appling is due to the plate. Appling wears number 4 for LSU. She got in Game 3 against South Carolina as a pinch runner. Got to play in front of her folks.
That's always cool.
She's from Juliet, Georgia. First pitch to her from Campos is called strike 1. Appling got in and made a plate appearance against Illinois to start the season. She has only been a pinch runner since. Takes one with a nice eye on the outside part of the plate to even the count 1-1.
Tiger running game has really cooled down. Beginning of the season, they were stealing at will.
Appling looking at the 1-1. Off the outside. That'll be a souvenir here at Tiger Park. I believe LSU now 48 of 52 in stolen bases, but you're right, not at the same clip as they did to begin the year. LSU still second in the conference behind only Texas. What's really interesting, their top 2 in the conference, they don't have a single individual in the top 10.
Oh, no.
Steals.
Collectively, the Tigers were 1 through 9. They could all steal bases because they can all run.
Riley Johnson off first base. Grady Appling at the plate. 2-2 in the air. Left field. It'll drop.
And she's going to get a little Tiger salute. And the whole dugout acknowledging that that's her first hit. Everybody happy for her.
Double that got all the way to the left field wall, and then it was kind of misplayed by Bennett, who allowed that run to come in. LSU now a 9-0 leader. Charla Renz, who has a sac fly RBI and has reached on an error, steps into the box.
Yes.
Did commit there.
Oh, yes. Did she go? No question. Renz with an opportunity for another RBI.
Campos' pitch misses the zone there. Count now 1-1.
Tigers have seen a lot of pitches that they like tonight.
Charla Renz hit .368 as a freshman at Louisville. And also set the freshman record for RBIs with 53. Definitely somebody who could settle in to that left field role, get the bat moving. Had 15 multi-hit and multi-RBI games for the Cardinals a year ago. Takes a look at called strike 2. You can hear him calling for her from the dugout, the 5'5" sophomore. Runner on second with 1 out. The 2-2 is low, and that'll run it full.
Good at bat.
In 37 innings pitched coming in, Campos had only walked 14. See if she can come back here against Lorenz. Outside, and she walked her. Second walk of the inning.
Louisiana Tech really hasn't had an answer in the circle for the Tiger hitters tonight.
I like the decision here by Coach Torina to leave Macy Bergeron in. You know, you want her to get the bat hot before the Oklahoma series. She's had a couple pop-outs in the game to this point. The ballpark probably going to hold this one too as it goes to left field, and Bennett makes the squeeze for out number 2. Destiny Harris, today's designated player, comes to. She had an RBI double back in the first inning. 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That one came out of her hand a little funny and finished well off the plate, ball 1. LSU scored 4 runs in the first inning, had an RBI single by Tori Edwards, got an RBI from Alex Franklin as well, and then the big double by Destiny Harris drove in a run. That one cruises over the letters LSU for ball 2. LSU scored another 4 runs in the second inning with a trio of home runs by Lassiter and Edwards and Kylie Edwards. That one's fouled back into the screen. Little meeting inside the circle. And a chance to take a look around the SEC. Kentucky has beaten Bellarmine 3-1. There are a ton of in-state matchups tonight in SEC play.
Where is that? Bellarmine.
Tennessee over Tennessee Tech, 8-0. That game has gone final.
Everybody's playing in-state.
Yep. Texas A&M beating Sam Houston 10-2 in the third.
Same thing.
And later tonight, Arkansas is headed to Conway, where they will face Central Arkansas. Opposite field shot, right field Furr coming in for the third out of the inning. So Brianna Campos has helped solve the Tigers. She is making her 6th appearance, 5 of them in relief.
Best pitch is her curveball. She'll go to her rise, drop, and change, but no question her curveball. And she's the only non-blonde on that staff. Everybody else are blondes.
Gracie Flores, first pitch to her is called strike 1. Mowry was part of a complete game shutout that she combined with against Howard. Threw 5 in the third innings to get the win. Flores, inside out swing. This one's fouled off. Flores struck out in the second. That was when the starter, Peyton Monoselli, struck out the side. Mowry hit her.
Ouch. And I'll say it again, there is nothing soft about that yellow ball. It leaves some nice bruises.
Mowry's last appearance came March 10th at Nichols. She threw 2 innings of scoreless, hitless relief. In 9 2/3 innings, she struck out 5 this year. We'll have a pinch runner for Louisiana Tech coming into the game. Avery Jefferson, a redshirt sophomore from Denton, Texas. That's the Dallas area.
Running for Louisiana Tech at first base, number 35, Avery Jefferson.
Maddie Stringer at the plate.
Now batting designated player number 27, Gracie Flores.
And that's Flores at the plate. Sorry.
Okay. She just threw that pitch at 70 miles an hour. It's just mind-blowing to me.
Mowry can obviously bring the heat. That one finishes outside. Looking for a snap throw from Bergeron, but she'll hold on to it. Flores also struck out in her only plate appearance. LSU has turned a double play in the ball game. Bergeron throws down.
Oh, gosh, yes. Not even close.
That one got away, and the decision to run proves a little faulty for Louisiana Tech. Here's another look.
Well, you have to have, just shows you the gun on Bergeron because she dropped the ball, but yeah, you're 9 runs down.
So Jefferson retired on the caught stealing. Fouling this one back is Flores. She's hitting .265 on the season. Down to her final strike.
Tarina said she had a few in that bullpen that could throw 70.
This one's popped back. I just think it's exciting. You've got 6 players with winning records. The only other conference school that can claim that is Arkansas. You have so many different looks. And
that's a great stat, Garrett. Only you would find that. You are always so prepared, my man.
I've got some spare time.
No, you don't. You got kids.
Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Flores retired, and La Tech down to their final out.
Here we go. The golden T-shirts.
9 strikeouts tonight for the Tiger pitching staff. 7 for the starter, Peyton Monoselli. 1 for Callie Deal, and 1 for Ashlyn Mowry. Pinch hitting for Aaliyah Brooks. Maddie Stringer. Stringer's a freshman from Stonewall, Louisiana. Was a state champion with North DeSoto High School. Fouls this one back. With their series win over South Carolina, LSU moves to 9th place in the SEC and a chance to make some real noise in the standings this weekend. Oklahoma comes to Tiger Park, a perfect 6-0 record in SEC play.
Well, you open the SEC with Tennessee, who was ranked number 1 at the time.
Stringer takes it down low.
Now you got OU coming to town. We have Texas coming to town. I'll stay in the Aussie mode. What a schedule.
Mowry really let that one fly. Finishes a little high in the zone, 3-1. The 8-time national champion Oklahoma Sooners coming to town. First pitch on Friday is at 6. This one's a little bit inside, and Mowry follows up the strikeout with a walk. Bottom of the order is due to the plate, and we'll have another pinch hitter for Louisiana Tech. Kaylee Greeley.
Both coaches kind of emptying their benches. Good night to do it on both sides.
Fly ball. This one's fouled. Over to the first base side. Game 2 and Game 3 in the Oklahoma series will be at 11 a.m. Central, both Saturday and Sunday. So mark your calendars. LSU baseball welcomes top 20 Kentucky to the box, so a busy weekend on campus. Outside and low from Mowry to the right-hander, Greeley.
Yeah, Tiger fans are not used to coming to the ballpark at 11, so make sure you pay attention to game times.
Greeley swings at one, elevated. And she's down to her final strike. Greeley out of Fresno, California. She's hitting .250 on the year.
What a night for the Tigers. We'll tried a little change up there and it got stuck in her hand. Got to believe in that pitch and let it go.
That one came in maybe 50 miles an hour. Runner on first base for Louisiana Tech. Here's the 2-2.
Tigers tonight, bombs away offensively, multiple pitchers taking care of business, only gave up 2 hits on the night from the circle.
LSU 9 runs on 8 hits, no errors. That's 4 games in a row without a mistake in the field. Louisiana Tech just 2 hits, 1 error committed, and no runs in the ball game. Beth Tarina just got the Gatorade shower with her 600th win at LSU. Congratulations to Coach Tarina and her staff. What a special moment here at Tiger Park.